now we are back. The St. George's Baptist Church and the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Grenada Medical Mission Team, will be here from March 10 to 13, 2025. The medical team will be at two locations, the Granborough Medical Station in St. Andrew and the St. George's Baptist Church Sanctuary from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. A 50-member contingent of medical professionals will be here to serve you. There will be pediatric care, OBGYN care, dental care, ophthalmology care, special wound care, along with general consultations. Home visits are available for shut-ins nationwide by appointments only. Call 423-1533 or 440-6325 to book your appointments. Those numbers again: 423-1533 or 440-6325 to book your appointments. All services and medications are free. That's right, free. Remember, we're at two locations, the Granborough Medical Station in St. Andrew and the St. George's Baptist Church Sanctuary from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. from March 10 to 13, 2025. Your health is your wealth. At St. George's Baptist Church, no one is left behind.
St. George's Baptist Church. Purpose: the channel God chooses to fulfill the needs of humanity. Vision: building communities which become the model for winning people to Christ. Mission, goal: empowering people to enjoy prosperity and fulfillment in life. These are the purpose, vision, and mission of the St. George's Baptist Church.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets with prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed and anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society or make pre-arrangements when service and cost matters. Call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Country code, the largest distributors of poultry, frozen food dry goods, they got plenty, the best quality. Country code, yes man, for your chicken, beef, pork and your turkey, any occasion, any function, Country Code is your champion. Throughout Grenada, Carrigu and Pity Matnick, any meat you want, name it, Country Code got it. Mega cold storage facilities, Country Code. What's on your barbecue grill for your party? Country Code, that's right. And when it's time to feed your family, Country Code. Meeting your needs since 1969.
We have fought colonialism, forward march. We will fight imperialism, forward march. Now Grenadians of proclamation, end of misery and oppression. So we fill Grenada full with our song. Forward march, forward march, forward march against imperialism. Forward march, forward march, forward march against imperialism.
Good day to you once again. I am Pastor Stanford Simon. Thank you for joining me here. Today I want to share with you some excerpts delivered by our late Prime Minister, Maurice Bishop, who was the Prime Minister of Grenada from 1979, the 13th of March through 1983, the 19th of October. Many of you who do not know much about the revolution, you hear a little bit here and there. What I try to do is put a little story together, really, with some of the speeches that Maurice Bishop delivered in his time being Prime Minister of Grenada, how important it was for us as a nation and how it lifted this country in a real way. Despite the challenges we were confronted with, a small country was a thorn in the side of the United States of America. But it took leadership. It took someone with a lot of courage, faith, and the opportunity to transform the life of its people. And that is what Maurice Bishop did. He was a brilliant orator. He spoke with such clarity, power, and awesomeness. I love listening to him. Today I would share some of the recordings of speeches he delivered during his time as Prime Minister of Grenada between 1979, the 13th of March, and through 1983, October 19th, or March against imperialism.
We the workers fight for justice, forward march. In this struggle we are united, forward march. For now that we have cultivation, we'll end corruption and oppression, and we build Grenada with these very hands. Forward march, forward march, forward march against imperialism. Forward march, forward march, forward march against imperialism.
That's something that very often happens in all revolutions, the spontaneous upheaval of the masses. Did not really happen in Grenada. A church-based organization in Washington called Epica wrote a book last year on Grenada. They called it Grenada, the Peaceful Revolution. We can understand why. So when these elements come and make these statements, we understand only too well where they are coming from. They understand that in Grenada, no one is ever interfered with for what he says. No one is ever interfered with for what he writes. In fact, today criticism is deeper than ever in the society in a constructive way. But our people also understand that the first law of the revolution is that the revolution must survive, must consolidate, so more benefits can come to them. And because of this fact, the revolution has laid down as a law that nobody, regardless of who you are, will be allowed to be involved in any activity surrounding the overthrow of the government by the use of armed violence. And anyone who moves in that direction will be ruthlessly crushed. Third principle. To us, the third principle of democracy is participatory mechanisms, popular participation. If we are serious about democracy, and here I will accept the definition, the well-known definition of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln said of democracy that it is government of, for, and by the people. I accept that. It's a good definition. But if it is government of, for, and by the people, then it cannot be just government of the people you elect. It also has to be for them, and it also has to be by them. They have to have a way of participating. That is what the word by means. And if that is absent, you don't really have the democracy. We believe that it is very important for the people to have a voice in running their affairs. The ways in which we have approached this question over these years is basically twofold. One, the creation of mass organizations of our people. The National Women's Organization, the National Youth Organization, the Farmers Union, and of course the labor unions, the trade unions. Not only were the women of our country without work before the revolution, the women of our country were also the most harassed and victimized of any section of our population. Those few who were granted jobs from time to time, many of them were given those jobs only on the basis of a sexual favor. So women were being sexually exploited in return for jobs. The very first decree of the revolution was to outlaw sexual victimization and exploitation of our women in return for jobs. We have been able to make these accomplishments because in Grenada, consistent with our 3 pillars of the revolution, where the first pillar of the revolution is our people, who are always at the center and heart and focus of all of our activities, we are able to mobilize and organize the people to cut out waste, to cut out corruption, to stamp on inefficiency, to move to planning, to look out for production, to check on productivity, to make sure that state enterprises are not set up to be subsidized, but that state enterprises too must become viable, must make a profit, and therefore the state sector will then have the surplus to bring the benefits. But we also feel, sisters and brothers, that the time has in fact come for us to make another step along the way towards institutionalizing the process that we have been building for 4 years. And that is why only yesterday in Grenada, the new chairman of the Constitutional Commission arrived in our capital city, St. George's, from Trinidad and Tobago to announce the formation of the Constitutional Commission that has now undertaken the task of drafting a new constitution for our young revolution. This constitution is not really going to look like the one that the Queen gave us in 1974. This time round, this constitution is going to come out of the bowels of our people and out of our earth. Our people will have their inputs and will decide what they want to see go into that constitution. Our new constitution also is certainly going to institutionalize and entrench the systems of popular democracy which we have been building over these past 4 years in our country. Sisters and brothers, have a greater and deeper understanding of what the revolution means and what it has brought to them. They certainly understand very, very clearly that when some people attack us on the ground of human rights, when some people attack us on the ground of constituting a threat to the national security of other countries, our people understand that is foolishness. They know the real reason has to do with the fact of the revolution and the benefits that the revolution are bringing to the people of our country. We have been able to pull our people into the whole economic process. And our people have gladly been pulled into the economic process because our people see the benefits which the revolution has brought for them. They understand that when 37 cents out of every dollar is spent on health and education, that means something. In this country, the figure is probably nearer to 10 cents on every dollar. Because today in Grenada, the money that the people of Grenada used to have to spend, for example, when they went to a doctor or a dentist, that money they no longer have to spend because they now have free health care throughout the system. Understand that in all areas of their basic needs, real attempts are being made to solve these problems. 2.5 million gallons more of water, pipe-borne water, are flowing into the homes of our Grenadians at this time. Before the revolution, under 30% of all homes had potable water. The people understand what it means when electrification is brought to their village. The people understand what it means when they know that by the middle of next year, we would have doubled the electricity output and capacity in our country, and therefore more people would have the possibility of electricity. We have been able to pull our people into the whole economic process. And our people have gladly been pulled into the economic process because our people see the benefits which the revolution has brought to them. They understand that when 37 cents out of every dollar is spent on health and education, that means something. In this country, the figure is probably nearer to 10 cents on every dollar. Because today in Grenada, the money that the people of Grenada used to have to spend, for example, when they went to a doctor or a dentist, that money they no longer have to spend because they now have free health care throughout the system. Understand that in all areas of their basic needs, real attempts are being made to solve these problems. 2.5 million gallons more of water, pipe-borne water, are flowing into the homes of our Grenadians at this time. Before the revolution, under 30% of all homes had potable water. The people understand what it means when electrification is brought to their village. The people understand what it means when they know that by the middle of next year, we would have doubled the electricity output and capacity in our country, and therefore more people would have the possibility of electricity. Yet, sisters and brothers, in the face of all of that, the Grenada Revolution has nonetheless continued to go forward and to make progress. At a time when even the big, powerful, industrialized nations were growing backwards last year, we grew forward by 5.5%. The revolution in Grenada, starting from a base from Gary of 49% unemployment, coming from that base, when we did a census last year, April 1982, the unemployment rate had dropped from 49% to down to 14.2%. When they say to us that elections must be held, and if you don't have elections, then you can't expect support. And unless you have elections, then we can't give you the normal treatment. We say, Salvador Allende of Chile. Salvador Allende of Chile was elected in September 1970 by the people of Chile. Allende did not take power through a revolution. Allende did not form a militia. Allende did not grab any land or property. Allende had no political detainees. Allende did not crush the press. He did not close down the parliament. He did not suspend the constitution. He played by every rule they wrote, but they killed him still. These people understand very well that a revolution means a new situation. Revolution means that the abuses and excesses of the violent, reactionary, and disruptive minority has to be crushed so that the majority interest can prevail. The Americans had their revolution in 1776. It took them 13 years to call their election. They talk about detainees, but when the American Revolution came in 1776, 600,000 people were detained in this country. 100,000 Americans in the first week of the American Revolution. 100,000 fled to Canada. Thousands were locked up without charge or trial. Hundreds were shot. And the counter-revolutionaries after the American Revolution, they had no right to vote. They had no right to teach. They had no right to preach. They had no right to a job. Their land was confiscated without payment. So when the falsifiers of history try to pretend that the American Revolution was a Boston Tea Party, was a very bloody Tea Party. Salvador Allende of Chile. Salvador Allende of Chile was elected in September 1970 by the people of Chile. Allende did not take power through a revolution. Allende did not form a militia. Allende did not grab any land or property. Allende had no political detainees. Allende did not crush the press. He did not close down the parliament. He did not suspend the constitution. He played by every rule they wrote, but they killed him still. Now, that aspect of their report clearly is one of the more sensible ones. But, sisters and brothers, how do we evaluate other sides of the report? Like when they say that Grenada violates human rights. When they say to us, how come you have detainees? What about the press? What about elections? When they say to us, where are your elections? They don't turn around at the same time and say to their friends in South Africa, where are your elections? But these people have also thrown out another allegation against Grenada. This other allegation concerns the question of our international airport project. This one is, of course, the most comical one of all. According to the formulators of this famous theory, Grenada's international airport is now going to become a military base and will now become a strategic jump-off point from where we can launch an attack on the great, big, powerful, mighty United States. It looks like if we have become a superpower. But the reality of the airport, of course, is well known to all those who make those statements. This airport is an ancient dream of the people of our country. This international airport has undergone a quarter century of studies. All previous governments from 1955 have spoken about the need for the airport. And if you understand the situation in our country, that will be no surprise to anybody. The present airport is called Pearls. Pearls has a strip 5,500 feet long. That means only little turboprop planes can come in. The turboprop planes that come in carry a maximum of 48 passengers. And better still, these planes could only land during the day between 6 and 6 because there are no night lights. The question of the length of the strip, the basis on which we had to make a strip of 9,000 feet is because all of the manuals that were done by European and American companies, I can think of McDonnell Douglas, people who do the DC-8 and so on. I can think of the Boeings. They have produced manuals saying what length of strip is required if their planes are to land. So unless we born big and stupid, you can't expect us to put down a strip that planes that can carry people, normal jet planes, won't be able to use. So the fact of the matter is the 9,000 feet was dictated by the necessity for that. This international airport project, as we see it, is the gateway to our future. As we see it, it is what alone can give us the potential for economic takeoff. As we see it, can help us to develop the tourist industry more, can help us to develop our agro-industries more, can help us to export our fresh fruits and vegetables better. That is why we have made an exception this year. Usually every year at the end of December, we announce what the next year will be called. You know, a year of education and production or whatever it is. But last month, 6.5 months ahead of schedule, we announced to our people what the name of next year will be, so they can start from now to mobilize, including mobilizing overseas around the name, because 1984 next year will be called the year of the international airport. Moving from a situation before the revolution, where in the last year of Gary, 1978, just 3 people went abroad on university scholarships. And they happened to be Gary's daughter and one of his other minister's daughter. Moving from that situation, in the first 6 months of the revolution, 109 students were able to go abroad on free university scholarships. Our people understand the value and the benefit of free secondary education, because they know now that once their children are able to pass the common entrance exam and get into secondary school, they no longer have to worry about finding those fees, which, as you know, for agricultural workers, for example, were very often impossible. But not just free secondary education, but in effect free university education. Yet, sisters and brothers, in the face of all of that, the Grenada Revolution has nonetheless continued to go forward and to make progress. At a time when even the big, powerful, industrialized nations were growing backwards last year, we grew forward by 5.5%. The revolution in Grenada, starting from a base from Gary of 49% unemployment, coming from that base, when we did a census last year, April 1982, the unemployment rate had dropped from 49% to down to 14.2%. They give all kinds of reasons and excuses, some of them credible, some utter rubbish. There's an interesting one that we saw very recently in a secret report of the State Department. I want to tell you about that one, so you can reflect on that one. That secret report made this point, that Grenada is different to Cuba and Nicaragua, and the Grenada Revolution is in one sense even worse, I'm using their language, than the Cuban and Nicaraguan revolutions, because the people of Grenada and the leadership of Grenada speaks English and therefore can communicate directly to the people of the United States. Said that 95% of our population is black, and they had a correct statistic. And if we have 95% of predominantly African origin in our country, then we can have a dangerous appeal to 30 million black people in the United States. You see from your applause, sisters and brothers, that you agree with the report. But I want to tell you what that same report also said, and said that also made us very dangerous. And that is that the people of Grenada and the leadership of Grenada are predominantly black. And the fact of the matter is, next year is also significant for us, because on the 13th of March, 1984, it will be the 5th anniversary of the revolution. And therefore, what we want to do during the 5th festival on the 13th of March itself is to open our international airport on that day. Long live the people of Free Grenada. Long live the workers, farmers, youth, and women of Free Grenada. Long live the people of the United States. Long live Grenada-U.S. relations and friendship. Long live the people of Cuba and Nicaragua. Long live the people of Angola and Mozambique. Long live the people of Palestine.
We have fought colonialism, forward march. We will fight imperialism, forward march. Now Grenadians of proclamation, end of misery and oppression. So we fill Grenada full with our song. Forward march, forward march, forward march against imperialism. Forward march, forward march, forward march against imperialism. We the workers fight for justice, forward march. In this struggle we are united, forward march. For now that we have cultivation, we'll end corruption and oppression, and we build Grenada with these very hands. Forward march, forward march, forward march against imperialism.
Forward march against imperialism. You are listening there to excerpts from the speeches of the late Maurice Bishop, who was the Prime Minister of Grenada from 1979, which is the 13th of March, to 1983, October 1983, when we had the bloody massacre on St. George. Many of these speeches was given at different points, but I tried to put it together for those of you who do not know, at least give you some sort of idea what it was like in the revolution, some of the things that happened during the revolution from 1979 to 1983, to allow even you younger persons to know that there were a revolution in Grenada. It was big, it was important. It helped our country to achieve many things. So international airport was built because of the revolution and the leadership of Maurice Bishop and the Cubans who were here. There were many persons who went to study in Cuba and Russia, Czechoslovakia, across even East Germany. Many of them are doctors and lawyers and engineers and now working across this beautiful land. But we're not teaching that in our schools as we ought to. Grenada Revolution or Grenada history. I do not think we're doing enough of that, and I'm going to do my best every year. I promise you, I'm going to do my best and do even more to try to share more information with you about the Grenada Revolution. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you. And I'm so grateful for what God has blessed us with. And so we're able to share it and let you know that there were a revolution here in Grenada from 1979, the 13th of March, to 1983, the 19th of October. I want to share with you now some music that reflect something about this beautiful land called Grenada. The music from the man, the Flying Turkey.
Political situation is so complex, who can understand people? Alright. And everyday people expressing different interpretations. Let us analyze just a little more. Our inner thoughts more deeply explore. Personal feeling objective, I say. Even if it's hard, we still have to try. We have to recognize the conditions that brought us so, then determine which way we want to go. Because the same stick that beat the black dog is the same that will strike the white. So for Grenada's sake, we have no choice but to unite. That's right. Who dwell among us without sins, cast the first stone. Show me a man who has not done wrong. Each one wants to blame his adversary and hide his own faults. But tell me, how long can this game go on? Where is the love, my people? Where is our unity? We have to build a home on trust and integrity. Yeah. We have to elevate our sense of strength and purpose. We have to understand that the Spice Island must come first. Bear in mind that no amount of foreign assistance can ever compensate for our nation's independence. Our road is long and our work is hard, but our united strength is our greatest reward. We made as we strove to build a nation. Do not forget, people. Alright. There were times when we all were proud and times that we all regret, people. Sometimes we acted so insensibly, treated our own brothers callously. Politicians criticized, native sons were ostracized, wolves in sheep clothing parading the skies. The evils that were done we contemplate every day, yet the good deeds we quickly hide away. But if the right hand gets a cancer, well, the whole body feels the pain. So we must gather strength and start building our home again. No strain. And let those who dwell among us without sins cast the first stone. Show me a man who has not done wrong. Like crabs in a barrel, we only pulling each other down. But tell me, how long can this thing go on? We have to rise from the gloomy depths of hypocrisy. Let us reconcile differences and try unity. Yeah. It is a duty, people, a responsibility. For children's forsake for the love of our country. Yeah. So government stop exporting talents to foreign nations. Make us feel that we can return home to give a hand. Cause the task of responding to our nation's call is not only on one, but it depends on all.
People of Free Grenada. Long live the workers, farmers, youth and women of Free Grenada. Long live the people of the United States. Long live Grenada-US relations and friendship. Long live the people of Cuba and Nicaragua. Long live the people of Angola and Mozambique. Long live the people of Palestine.
Turkey boy, you spent so long in America. What's your opinion about life in Grenada? How have we advanced? Tell me what progress you see. What's your opinion? Express it openly. Well, my friend, I can't deny there is progress to be seen. Let me explain clearly so you can understand what I mean. There are ways in which your nation has gone forward rapidly, yet I see mixed and uncertain destiny. We have come a long way, people, let me tell you. We have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way, truly I can tell you. We have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way. We have an international input like other nations. We have come a long way. We can play our music on 3 local radio stations. We have come a long way. We had several years ago developed local industries. We have come a long way. We have a cricketer playing now on the West Indies. But with retrenchment and unemployment figures on the rise, government's incompetence is among the people's cries. It is time to face the music, my friend, and realize we have come a long way. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. Yet we have a long way to go. Are you disappointed, my friend, at my reaction? We might disagree, but respect my opinion. Because that is one of the problems we have right here. People won't express themselves openly without fear. Sectarianism and party politics killing we dead. Artificial barriers prevent us from getting ahead. If we stop the ego trips and respect each other instead, we will be closer to social harmony. We have come a long way, people, let me tell you. We have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way, truly I can tell you. We have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way. We have a national college to promote higher learning. We have come a long way. Our people remain peaceful and very understanding. We have come a long way. We have promoted much local skill and talent in drama. We have come a long way. We have developed incentive to promote sports and culture. Yet when I see how we treat Papi Teta, local hero, after major contributions we turn our backs just so. If this is development, then my friend, I want you to know we have come a long way. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. yet we have a long way to go.
Oh, the flying turkey there. We have come a long way. I am Pastor Stanford Simon, reflecting on March 13th, 1979. That is when the Grenada Revolution started. Yeah, the overture of Sir Eric Matthew Gary, the late Sir Eric Matthew Gary, and Maurice Bishop took power, providing leadership to Grenada until 1983, the 19th of October, the bloody ending on St. George. As we continue to seek our leadership and guidance of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in what we do as a nation, I do think we need to take stock of ourselves and of our country, and we need to teach more of our history to our people, because the people who do not understand the history will never understand themselves. And sometimes I think that we hide our history, or we hide from our history, which is not good at all. We learn about the history of all the other countries around the world, but we're not spending much time learning about Grenada history. What I did, I just buy whatever book that is written on Grenada history I could put my hand on, I buy it or read it, because then, having a better understanding of the history of my nation, I understand the world a bit better, but understand my people, understand myself, and the things I need to do and the mistakes I need not to make as a person who provide leadership in this country, in my area that God has called me to, working with the credit union, working with the banking sector, and working with the churches and different organizations. I have a great responsibility to do the best I can to help all of us to succeed as a people. I have a bit of music I want to share with you. That's slowing down, soft and nice, a bit of reggae in between, but bringing us up to today's sermons. Welcome again to Encounter.
From day to day we live, searching for our identity, while the rich man says we are a menace to society, but they don't know what it's like, what it's really like, what it's really like, to face real ghetto pain, to face real ghetto pressure, real ghetto pain, to face real ghetto pressure. On and on we go, for hate we try to uphold. Our brothers turn to crime, killing each other for a dime. While the oppressor says that turning to politics is the only way. We face real ghetto pain, we face real ghetto pressure, we face real ghetto pain, we face real ghetto pressure. One day the table will turn to all men out there. Beware, for all barriers will burn. On and on we go, our hate we try to uphold. Our brothers turn to crime, killing each other for a dime. While the oppressor says that turning to politics is the only way. We face real ghetto pain, we face real ghetto pressure, we face real ghetto pain, we face real ghetto pressure. One day the table will turn to all men out there. Beware, for all barriers will burn. On and on we go, hate we try to uphold. Our brothers turn to crime, killing each other for a dime. While the oppressors say that turning to politics is the only way. We face real ghetto pain. We face real ghetto pressure. We face real ghetto pain. We face real ghetto pressure. We face real ghetto pain. We face real ghetto pressure.
I am Pastor Stevenson World. If you're looking for inspiration, challenge, and encouragement, then listen to Encounter with Pastor Stanford Simon.
Days will end when I'm without you. Time will end when you leave. No, you won't be thinking of me, but I swear you'll be my destiny. Dream weaver, send her back to me. Dream weaver, complete me. Dream weaver, set me free. Days will end when I'm without you. Time will end when you leave. I'll take your memory and try to build me a home. I'll take this pain and carry on now. I will build a bridge and I will see you on the other side. Over troubled waters I'll stem the tide. Dream weaver, send her back to me. Dream weaver, completely. Dream weaver, set me free. Over and over, try to see the light. Just trying to find the rainbow's end. Now my heart's a prisoner and my will is a slave for you, for you. Send her back to me. Dreamweaver, completely. Dreamweaver, set me free. Dreamweaver, Dreamweaver,
Dwayne Stephen there, Dream Weaver. For those who are struggling with self-image, for you are struggling through to get through life itself and do not think that you're beautiful enough as a woman, handsome enough as a man. As a young woman, you're fighting to find your identity and pulling and doing so many things to make yourself look beautiful. You're beautiful the way you are. Do not let anybody tell you different, and do not believe anything different. And you are a beautiful young woman and a handsome young man. Take that from me. And if you're grown and still suffering and struggling with self-image from your youth, they have said things to you that hurt you so badly, you seem to can't get away from it. My encouragement to you is keep focus. Allow God to take centerpiece of your life. You're a beautiful woman. You're beautiful in your own right. And this song reflects that. You are my African queen. And as you listen, I do hope as we almost to the end of the time here, I just want to share this beautiful song with you, reflecting on you are indeed beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, you are my African queen. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. Just like the sun, light up the earth, you light up my life. The only one I ever see with a smile so bright. And just yesterday, you came around my way. You changed my horse in way with your astonishing beauty. Oh, you couldn't make a brother sing. No ordinary thing, a supernatural being. And no, you are brighter than the moon, brighter than the star. I love you just the way you are. And you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You take me where I've never been, yeah. You make my heart go ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, you are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. And you remind me of a thing, and that is the African beauty. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, you are my African queen.
St. George's Baptist Church. Purpose: the channel God chooses to fulfill the needs of humanity. Vision: building communities which become the model for winning people to Christ. Mission, goal: empowering people to enjoy prosperity and fulfillment in life. These are the purpose, vision, and mission of the St. George's Baptist Church.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets with prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed and anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society or make pre-arrangements when service and cost matters. Call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Country code, the largest distributors of poultry, frozen food dry goods, they got plenty, the best quality. Country code, yes man, for your chicken, beef, pork and your turkey, any occasion, any function, Country code is your champion. Road Grenada, Carrigu and Pity Matnick, any meat you want, name it, Country code got it. Mega cold storage facilities, Country code. What's on your barbecue grill for your party? Country code, that's right. And when it's time to feed your family, Country code, meeting your needs since 1969.
Thank you for joining us for today's sermon with Pastor Stanford Simon of the St. George's Baptist Church in Springs, St. George's. If you're looking for a place to worship, you have a special invitation from Pastor Simon to join us at 10:15 on Sunday mornings or online at sgbcgrenada.com for our live broadcast. Here now is Pastor Stanford Simon.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Pastor Stanford Simon. I share with you now the second and final part of the sermon entitled Shaping Your Future. I am going to share with you the importance of having a plan.
Have a plan. Have a plan. How many of you have a plan? There's a very little record of the cooperatives in the Caribbean. It seems likely that the people of the Caribbean read about the development of cooperatives in Europe towards the end of the 19th century and attempted to establish cooperatives in the West Indies based on the English consumer pattern. The first two records of cooperatives in the Caribbean are in Guyana, the Victoria Cooperative Shop, which failed due to competition from Chinese. I want to repeat that, from Chinese shopkeepers, sorry. They're coming back. They were once in the Caribbean and drove. They're coming back. If you understand your history, then you understand where you are. The cooperative failed because of Chinese shopkeepers. And the Imperial Department of Agriculture for the West Indies, which was set up in the 1900s to market Sea Island cotton. Those were how it started, the Caribbean. Now, early cooperatives in the Caribbean took the form of informal self-help projects. Cooperatives, like what you talk about, labor, was used in agriculture, housing, and fishing. People organized themselves in the Caribbean, took the form of informal self-help. And this was unique because in the farming and housing and various tasks, the host would provide the food and drinks of the day. This form of cooperatives was known as LIF in Antigua and Barbuda, Give Me a Hand in Bahamas and Guyana, Lenhan, Cop de Main in Dominica, De Fide in Jamaica, and Maroon in Grenada. This is not a no thing. This was built on the backs of people. People cooperative in the bank's establishment and do things and come together, but they could not do it as the credit union. People Cooperative Bank was started in Jamaica in 1905. And the establishment of the Agricultural Bank Society in 1912. So in other words, this movement was there a long time. It now come. But let me tell you this. You will now come either. Because your forefathers been here a long time. Been working on your behalf. Cooperatives also existed in the Caribbean in the area of credit and saving. Groups of people would agree to save a certain amount of money on a regular basis. One person would be given the responsibility of banker. What does that sound like? And the members would have their hand at different times. A hand is the lump sum of all the members at one time given to the individuals. Early 1900s. This form of saving was known as bucks in Antigua, sou in the Bahamas, meeting in it was sou in Bahamas and meeting in Barbados. Syndicate, it was called in Brazil. Partner in Jamaica. Who Jamaican here? Sister Brown. And Susu in Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago. Is Susu still around? And Susu sweet, right? And you know when Susu real sweet is the Friday you know you had to take off your money. At the end of the month. You're smiling all day. They ask you what, all the months you're paying enough. The whole year you're paying. And you're too happy. You get to pay. Oh, you get your pay. Make sure. But when that time comes for you to get your hand, not only that, everybody know in the workplace you get a hand. Things coming. Oh, girl, what happened this month? Boy, my hand coming the end of this month. When the day comes for you to receive your hand, you're dressing nice enough. I watch it. You're going to work. You're happy. Randy, you're happy. Therefore, when that evening come, that banker make sure they hire money, we can have it as war. When you stretch your hand, you know something should fall in that hand. Because it is. So that helped shaped us. Shaping your future. Susu helped to send a lot of us to school and university. Susu helped a lot of us to buy land. Take care of children and buy food to put on the table. Susu is a good thing. There's nothing bad about it. It's credit union is an extension of Susu. It's just more organized. And sometimes they give you stress to get your own money. But the credit union concept was formally introduced in the Caribbean in early 1940. By missionaries from Canada and the United States. The idea was accepted, and credit unions were formed in Jamaica, Trinidad, and in Dominica. The movement had a sound pass, and they understood something about the movement. But in this, I want to share with you. I shared about you with hope. I don't understand that, you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're in trouble. Let me share this with you. Sir Royston Hopkins, the late Sir Royston Hopkins. Remember when I sat to interview him, Kid Julian and myself, just after doing a leadership course, and one of the assignments, they had to interview a business person of Grenada. And I indicated to K. Julian, I would like somebody to interview Mr. Royston. And I called him and he accepted for us to do the interview. I knew little about him more than I know Mr. Royston owned Spicing, and he driving some expensive car and wearing some expensive clothes and expensive watch. That's what I knew. So, we started the interview. Mr. Royston began to tell his story. And about how his mother and father made him peel potatoes. He said till he hand bruised. He was afraid to go home because all in the kitchen he had to go and peel potatoes. It was rough for him. He didn't get anything from his parents, didn't give him anything. He had to work for it. And then he do so and he feel, boy, he said, boy, this do so. And I feel things rough. So he started to look for, he said it wasn't right. But he started to buy cars to say, he liked cars since then. He started to buy cars. But he said he didn't have the money. So, and he know that he had to get money one way or another. And sometimes, I used to call it, say, moonshining. Where you write one check here, you put it here, you deposit it in the bank, and you're waiting for the money because you know it coming in. He said, I used to do that a whole lot. Till I arrived at a place where I had a cash flow. He said, it was not easy for me. But he said, not only that, but I found myself struggling to make it. It was not easy. One after the next, I dropped out. I'm a drop out of school. I was in school. I couldn't make it. I didn't like to sit down behind a desk. Learning was a problem for me. I struggled to learn to be in class and all these subjects one after the other. I struggled with it, so I dropped out. When a man begin to tell me things about him, so, then I begin to understand why he wearing the nice watch and a nice car, because he has arrived. He didn't get it easily. When you look at people sometimes achieve what they achieve, stop envying them because you didn't know the struggle they went through to get there. A lot of times we look at people, achievement and success, and somehow we judge them by that. Understand the past. Their future was shaped by the past. And many of us sometimes don't understand that. But Sir Royston tell me he had a plan. He says, Simon, I wanted to get away from my mother and father. I wanted to have my own. So I had a plan to make sure that I make money on the side and make sure I save my money. So I start to do a little car rental and I start to do a bit of taxiing. So I'm making money and I'm saving because I know I want to get out from my mother and father. He had a plan. I want to be my own man. You see, you need to have a plan for your life. You need to have a plan. How many of you have a plan for your life? Why are you here? Nehemiah had a plan. When he wanted to go to rebuild Jerusalem, his plan was first, make sure he get a letter from the king. Secondly, make sure that he gets an army with him. Thirdly, make sure he take what he needs to rebuild the city. And he had a plan in rebuilding the city. He went at night, as I read, and he inspected the different gates, inspected the walls. See, some of us want to be successful, but we do not want to do the work. Some of us want to achieve things, but we do not want to do the hard work. We want to sit down and receive. Today is the worst in our country. Young men don't want to work. They do not want to work. One came to me for work last week. I said, all right. I said, what do you do? What's your skill set? He said, Pastor, I could hold a hammer. I said, okay. What else you could do? He said, well, I could help mix concrete and, mortar and so. Okay. That's all he could say, yeah. I said, what's your rate? $80. I said, well, partners, you can't do nothing. I said, you have a hammer? No. You have a tape? No. You have a saw? No. I said, so what you come to work with? You say, Pastor, I'm my hands. I said, all right. I said, all right, so let me tell you what I'm going to do. I will start you with 60. You say, Pastor, that little bit of money? I say, all right. I said, partners, that's what I'm going to start you with, so take it or leave it. He said, all right, Pastor, I'm coming back. I said, well, you can start now. He said, now, Pastor, I ain't coming. You see my dress? I can't start work now. I said, all right, you come back tomorrow? He tell me, yes. I'm waiting for tomorrow. He ain't come back yet. The problem with a lot of young men that they don't want to work. They want money, but they don't want to work. Why you think most of our workplaces are filled with young women? Because the young women want to work and the young men don't want to. Go to schools, go to TAMCC. Most of the young people there is women. Go to SGU, most of the women. Go to any university in the world now, most of the people you will see except in Afghanistan, where the Taliban is. Outside of that, most of school and university across the world is women. Something wrong with our society. Our society has flipped on its head. And now when the woman know, she come home with she paycheck that is $7,000. And he come home with the paycheck that is $700. He want to spend she money. And he vex when she give him money to go fed his friends. You don't see something wrong with that? And let me warn all you young women who minding them young man, stop it. Stop it. Stop taking your money and give these young men and them, let them go work for their money. You say, I love him, Pastor. Love has nothing to do with the price of money. Money is money, love is love. Separate them. Stop taking your money. At the end, you work hard for your money. He sit down on the drag, liming, smoking ganja, drinking a set of rum, doing liming with his friends. And when the mountain come, Well, it's twice a month now, and Randy only paying twice a month now on the 15th. Now, he comes stretching his hand for you to give him money. I won't tell you what to do, but I will tell you what you must think. Think that you work for your money is yours. If you choose to give him, give him. And if you choose that he come in and tell you that he vex and he want to give you, if you're living in the same house with him, open the door. Get out. No money, no love. And understand this, that you must understand the money that you have. I'm saying this because I want you young men to understand that stop minding them young men. And you professional women working for money and think you have to pay them young men for sex because you have to make love. That ain't right. He ain't helping you either. Give up on that foolishness. Because at the end of the day, you are square one. You could have as much young men as you want and pay them as much as you want. You're getting nowhere with that. After, you're still the same person. You're worse off and not better off. Change your mentality. Shaping your future means you have to start where you are. You must think differently if you want to end up at a different place. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, you would get the same result. Until you change what you're doing, then you get a different result. And for us, for society to become a better society, we have to change. And let me say this to you, shaping your future. Have a plan. Have a plan to get to work early. Public servants, I'll start with you. The government now must put something where everybody has to come and put their finger. When you sign in and when you sign out. Because work starts at 8 o'clock, but 8:30, you're waltzing in. And that creep down to the rest of society. In offices, people going to work late. And when 3:30, they want to hold their bag and go. Construction site is the same thing. They're arriving, work starts at 8, but they want to arrive at 8 and 10 past 8. And when you ask them to stay a little half an hour, 10 minutes after, they vex. That's what we have in Grenada. The government have to do something about that because it's holding our economy back. I'm talking about shaping your future now. If we want to shape Grenada to grow and develop as the credit union did in the midst of all the difficulties and challenges, we have to now shape the way we think. It means our educational system have to change how we educate our people. This going and coming out with 9 and 10 subjects make absolutely no sense. What lovely to be educated. I have no problem with education. But I get 16 subjects. But when I get 16 subjects, and I said to you, come and do something for me, you know head from foot. All you understand is what you have put in the education in writing. Or some of you can write your cram. Yeah? That makes no sense. What we need is skills. We don't have in Grenada anymore. I'm a contractor. We don't have skills in our country. Carpenters and masons and plumbers and electricians. Those things are missing. The schools now to re-engineer itself, and the Ministry of Education must re-engineer, think through how do we change the way we educate our children. Because if we don't do something about it, 10, 15 years from now, we're dead. Let me tell you this. Shaping your future means Nehemiah understood what he had to do. He had to get the skilled people. He had to get the carpenters, the masons, and he put them in groups, and he put them aside. And when he heard that they want to fight and come and kill and stop the war, Sanballat and Tobiah, he get those with spear who are not skilled people, unskilled. But he give them a spear, he give them a sword, so they stand in guard. Let me tell you, until we understand that the Japanese have become successful because they understood what needed to be done. The South Koreans became successful because they understood what needed to be done. The Chinese have become very successful because they understand that when all the people from the United States and came to China and come with all of the technology, they understand how to teach it. They understood how to re-engineer it. and make it their own. Huawei is one of the best phones they have now. Whether they like it or not, good. But think about it. Think about the engineering skill that the people have gained. But think about the whole of Asia. If you're looking for good workers, where you going now? The Philippines. You're going to Asia to get it. Bangladesh, you're going to those places. Good captain, you're gone to there. Or in Venezuela. Why? Why are you not going to the Caribbean? Because the Caribbean is messed up. Our heads are messed up. Our society is messed up. Our young people's minds are hooked to America. I can't drop my pants now, but you know that when the pants down here, they start walking this way. Nice young man walking down. And sooner or later, you see they start to, well, look at how he starts. He starts so, and then he starts to go. The more the pants fall, the more they open their foot. Then, when they no longer could, they had their pants and they straighten the pants up, they're still walking. They have changed their whole posture. Their whole posture has changed because they're gone to the rap people in the United States and them guys who are making millions off their head. We don't understand. Shaping your future starts with you. Young men and women, your future starts with you. You need to understand your purpose. Shaping your future takes more than just talking. Have a plan. Have a plan. Test it out. Test out your plan. Nehemiah tests out his plan. He went and inspected the walls. And he began slow. Just to see how things going. Just to see how they would react him. And then he applied the full force of the Israelites coming together and building the wall. In 52 days, lightning speed, he rebuilt the walls. Test out your plan. Let me say this to you. Disney. You know, I love to tell this story. Disney Walters. Disney was born in December 5th, 1901, in Chicago, Illinois. He attended McKinley High School in Chicago, where he took drawing and photography classes and was contributing to cartoonist newspaper in his school. At night, he took courses at the Chicago Art of Institute. When Disney was 16, he dropped out of school to join the army, but was rejected. Too small. You're aging right, for being underage. Instead, he joined the Red Cross and was sent to France for years to drive an ambulance. This guy wanted to succeed. When he reached in his 30s, he went to the marsh of Florida, looking for land to buy. Looking for land. He found up in the marsh in Florida, water. He looked around and he said, wow, he saw blue, a nice theme park, where you see with children coming and asking, you're mad, where you seeing that? Nobody wanted the marshes then, his water. He bought all of it. All, as much as he could buy, he bought it and set up Disneyland in Florida. Mr. DeSantis now in Florida want to wreck it. Who don't understand the history, he want to wreck it. Disney is losing money because of the automated part of the service. But what he built today is one of the most successful companies in the world. But he had a plan he wanted. He looked at marshland and he said, I have a plan to make it successful. Nobody saw it, but he saw it. And he tested the plan by starting small and developed to what it is. My question to you, what are you doing with your life? How are you building your life? You want to just arrive and be a millionaire? You want to arrive and own a house? You want to arrive and own a company? No, you have to work hard. And you must have a plan. If right now you're going to work and you're getting work late every day, when they give you a task to finish, you're not finishing it. Eh? When you get an assignment, somebody else has to come and finish it for you. How will you succeed? You're at your workplace and all you do is complaining. I know what they give me this for. I can't do this work. Well, how will you succeed if everything you're complaining? Grenadians are big complainers. We complain too much. Some of you may not like it, but it's true. Am I lying? We complain too much. You know those Calypsonians say what? Grenada only complaining. But it's true, because that is what have us where we are. The Chinese come here, they are successful. The Indians come, they're successful. The Pakistani come, they are successful. The Arabians come, they are successful. The Trinidadians come. Look at how the big building in the roundabout. Sugar Mill, roundabout. You owned by a Trinidadian. The biggest one down by school and medicine, the same man, own it too. The one lower down CKs, he's going to build there just now too. But these are all land that we could have buy, Grenadians, and develop. You know where they have the money? In the credit union, in the bank. They like to watch it. I have $1 million in the bank. I have $5 million in the bank. Money in the bank means nothing until it's invested. Until he's making money for you, money means nothing just sitting there. Money is money when you can grow money, and money can grow itself. Resilient income. When a man can sit on his yacht, the yacht costing $10,000 or $20,000 a month to maintain, $100,000 a month to maintain. But he sit down having breakfast and lunch every morning with the foot up, and he's tanning. And while he's tanning, money is coming. He's rolling in money, doing absolutely nothing because he had a plan. Why many of us cannot be successful? Because we do not have a plan. You must test it out. Measure, evaluate your progress as I conclude. Measure and evaluate your progress. You must evaluate your progress where you are. That's the credit. You're 65 years. You must be evaluated. If you as an individual, you have not reached that point, you must evaluate your life. How have you lived the last 5 years of your life? 10 years of your life? You're working in the same place, doing the same thing. 15 years doing the same thing. Now, the next person come in, they spend 3 years, they make some money, they do some courses online, and therefore they leave and they go on and do their masters. Or they go and get a degree. You're vexed with them. They have a plan. You had none. So for 15 years, you haven't measured yourself and how you have developed. So therefore, shaping your future means you must have a plan. But you must learn to measure it. It must be measured against something. Where were you 5 years ago? Where were you 10 years ago? Where are you now? And I tell you this, motivate yourself. Motivate yourself. I am confident that if you learn to motivate yourself, you will succeed. You must be a self-motivator. Don't wait for people to tell you look good. When you get up in the morning and you're dressed, Auntie Rosie, and you go in the mirror and you stand up. Oh, boy, you look real good. Jeez, gosh. Look at yourself, man. Girl, woo, a hot today. I look real good. You fix up and you put on. Let me change that. I like too good on me. Let me put on a different thing. You're self-motivated. When you walk out, when you leave that mirror, and you walk out and you step out in the road, they think you win $1 million. Your confidence for soar. You're self-motivated. You're waiting for somebody to tell you look good. You walk out your house, know you're looking good. You must self-motivate yourself. Shaping your future means you must have some credibility in doing so. Nobody mustn't tell you you're looking nice. You know you're looking nice. No one mustn't tell you that you're good at what you do. You must know you're good at what you do. Persevere. Be willing to fail, but to try again. Be willing to fail, but also be willing to try again. Don't only sit there and say that I failed. These men I've shared with you, Sir Royston Hopkins, I share with you Disney, Oprah, Bill Gates, all of them had failures in their life, but they was willing to try again. Too many of us are willing to just feel, well, I fail. That's it. A preacher said, a lady came to him, she was fired. She got bawling that she was fired and she had nothing to do. And he said to her, what are you bawling about? He said, I just fired from the hotel. They fired me. He said, you have a stove home? She said, yes. He said, how many times a week you use that stove? She said, only on Sundays. He said, okay. He said, well, I know you. I know you could bake cookies well because I taste it from you. He said, take the money that I now pay you off with and go and buy cookies and go in the same hotel they fire you and give it all away. She said, Pastor, you're mad. How I could take my money they give me and go and give it away? He said, I'm telling you, go bake some cookies and give it all away. Finally, she did. She go bake the cookies and she go give it all away. The following morning, early in the morning, the manager called her. Is there any more cookies? She said, yes, there is. He said, well, I would like to order some. She got 12 package order that following day. And in 2 weeks, she had 50 packages of cookies being ordered. Right now, in the Bahamas, she is one of the richest women in the Bahamas. But she was fired and she come cry. She had nothing. How she will feed her children? But he said to her, you have to know, what do you have in your house that you're not using that could make money for you? What do you have in you and around you that could make money for you, but you're complaining you're not nothing? That's not true. Some of you have $50,000 in the credit union. What you do with it? Mr. Cadet and them borrowing it out and making sure that he's making money for them. He making money for you. You have to take that money too and help it to make money for you as much as making money for the credit union. And the more you make money for yourself, the more credit union will make money. Hard work do not kill anybody. Hard work do not kill anybody. Hard work is a beautiful thing. And when you work hard, God would bless your effort. The children of Israel work hard 52 days, night and day. When some resting in the day, some working in the night and day, 24/7. They were building a wall and built it in 52 days. They work hard. At the end, the Sanballat and the Tobias who was coming after them did not succeed because they were together in unity. What would make Grenada succeed? What would make the credit union succeed? What would make you and I succeed is unity. Shaping our future start with you and I. Let us stop behaving like crab in a barrel. Let us understand we have the power in our hand. This credit union, 65 years as a movement, have over $1.3 billion in asset. It's a great achievement. It did not come easy with hard work. Somebody worked very, very hard. I want to challenge you and challenge the credit union and challenge the members of the church and challenge you who are listening. It's time to change your mindset. Shaping your future starts with you. Your purpose. Why are you here? Why are you here today? Why God allow you to be born in Grenada, wherever you were born? Why are you alive now? You must know your purpose. In understanding your purpose, you would also know your future. I am confident that God have a reason why he have you here and a reason why he'll help you to succeed.
You have been listening to today's sermon by Pastor Stanford Simon of the St. George's Baptist Church. In keeping with the vision of the St. George's Baptist Church, building communities which become the model for winning people to Christ. Feel free to contact us at sgbcgrenada@gmail.com or by phone with your questions or your comments at 473-440-6325. In keeping with our purpose to be the channel God chooses to fulfill the needs of humanity, we encourage you to join us every Sunday morning at 10:15 online for our live service streamed on our Facebook page, SGBC Grenada.
Grenada, we are back! The St. George's Baptist Church and the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Grenada Medical Mission Team, will be here from March 10 to 13, 2025. The medical team will be at two locations, the Granborough Medical Station in St. Andrew and the St. George's Baptist Church Sanctuary from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. A 50-member contingent of medical professionals will be here to serve you. There will be pediatric care, OBGYN care, dental care, ophthalmology care, special wound care, along with general consultations. Home visits are available for shut-ins nationwide by appointments only. Call 423-1533 or 440-6325 to book your appointments. Those numbers again: 423-1533 or 440-6325 to book your appointments. All services and medications are free. That's right, free. Remember, we're at two locations, the Granborough Medical Station in St. Andrew and the St. George's Baptist Church Sanctuary from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. from March 10 to 13, 2025. Your health is your wealth. At St. George's Baptist Church, no one is left behind.
That if you've given your life to Christ, find a good Bible-believing church and surround your life with people who can encourage your walk with Christ. It is our goal that no one be left behind. We're so glad you joined us. Have a great week, and we'll see you right back here next week at the same time. Be blessed.
As a bud in a tree, hey, that is how everybody really would like to be. So why should we let jealousy, hatred and hypocrisy come between you and me? We got to break the barriers that won't let us come together. Stop living like warriors, fighting against each other. What could be so loving as watching you and me breaking bread and sharing in perfect harmony? If we hold hand in hand and we unite as one, we could make this a better place. A little unity could never be a disgrace. Unity is strength, it's strength. So be united, cause it is strength. The black community strength, it's strength. United can be defeated, strength, it's strength. Oh. The Lord never make you and me, no, to fight against each other, craving for vanity, but man with his own selfish ways start oppressing his brother to live in luxury, violating human rights just for a little power. Black men slaving for the whites without one single dollar. Licks and torture is what they get for their labor, while the massa sit back and smoking his cigar. He don't care how we cry, if we live or we die, but you must not give up our faith. A little unity could open up freedom's gate. Unity is strength, is strength. So be united, cause it is strength, it's strength. The black community is strength, is strength. United can be defeated, strength, it's strength. Oh.
Hi am Pastor Stevenson Worm. If you're looking for inspiration, challenge, and encouragement, then listen to Encounter with Pastor Stanford Simon.
Father, I am a prayer for my country. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any man. Pray for my country. I want to say a prayer to the Lord for my nation. I want to say a prayer for all them politicians. I want to beg the master to brighten their vision. Give them the inspiration to look beyond the horizon. Too long we living in bitterness and hate. Now the time is right for us to renew our faith. I'm sick and tired of all the confusion. The bickering been going on much too long. So as we move to the new century, Father, hear my plea. Hey, Father, I pray for the PM to find solution for we problems. Oh, Father, I pray for every minister to see eye to eye with each other. Oh, Father, I pray for progress. I pray for stability. I pray for happiness and a whole lot of love in my country. Father, I pray for the police. Please inspire them to keep the peace. Oh, Father, I pray for the judge and the jury and those who begging for them mercy. Oh, Father, I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray. I pray for the good and the bad man. I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray. I pray for the whole of my nation. Father, hear my prayer. A prayer for my country. Father, pray for my country. Pray, oh, I say a prayer. Living conditions sometimes is so unbearable. It's very hard for the youths to stay out of trouble. Some of them went to school and they graduate with their degree, but they still cannot find nothing to do in this country. That's bad. I'm sure you know that this old saying is true. The devil always have plenty work for those who idle. So they turn to drug, alcohol and recklessness, and creating terror for those who make progress. So before another one die, Father, hear my cry. Hey, Father, I pray for the children. Please don't let the devil control them. Oh, Father, I pray for the misguided youth man walking wrong with dangerous weapon. Oh, Father, I pray for common sense. I pray for tranquility. I pray for intelligence and a whole lot of peace in my country. Father, I pray for the woman who give herself to prostitution. Oh, Father, I pray for the lovely young lady who raising her child without daddy. Oh, Father, I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray. I pray for the con and the job man. I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray. I pray for the whole of my nation. Oh, Father, I pray for my country. Make us to dwell in love and peace with each other, oh Father. Pray for my country. I want to pray for the preacher man and the churches. I want to say a prayer for the doctors and the nurses. I want to beg the master to give them inspiration as they fight to prolong the lives of our loved ones. I want to say a prayer for the school teachers, cause they are the ones who shape the children's future. A special prayer goes out for the musicians. I pray for the elders and the little babies. I pray for the prisoners and each and every one in my country. I know it's plenty to mention, but I must pray for them Calypsonian. Oh Father, I pray for NCCDC, the GPCA and family. Oh Father, I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray, I pray for a change in attitude. I pray and I pray, I pray and I pray for us to live up as we should. May the light of the good Lord shine upon my nation. Make those in authority to respect themselves so they can be respected. Oh Father, I pray for a speedy end to all the innocent bloodshed in my nation. Father, I pray for the innocent children. I pray that you may protect them with your love, now and forever.
Grenada, we are back! The St. George's Baptist Church and the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Grenada Medical Mission Team, will be here from March 10 to 13, 2025. The medical team will be at 2 locations, the Granborough Medical Station in St. Andrew and the St. George's Baptist Church Sanctuary from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. A 50-member contingent of medical professionals will be here to serve you. There will be pediatric care, OBGYN care, dental care, ophthalmology care, special wound care, along with general consultations. Home visits are available for shut-ins nationwide by appointments only. Call 423-1533 or 440-6325 to book your appointments. Those numbers again: 423-1533 or 440-6325 to book your appointments. All services and medications are free. That's right, free. Remember, we're at 2 locations, the Granborough Medical Station in St. Andrew and the St. George's Baptist Church Sanctuary from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. from March 10 to 13, 2025. Your health is your wealth. At St. George's Baptist Church, no one is left behind.
Where come forth so much black makers of history. Man, I sure that many people will agree if I say she's blessed by the Almighty. Oh God, the standard of skills and talent we have down there in this land, it is too much for me to mention. Yeah. The level of education keep rising to higher heights. And if I'm wrong, don't say that I'm right. No, I want to tell everybody I'm so proud of my country. Don't care wherever I may be, I say Grenada belong to me. No country in this world could do the things that my country would do for me. I am proud, I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder. My grandfather, she will always prosper. Oh, my Grenada, land of peace and culture. Grenada is such a paradise, oh God. But a lot of folks don't realize, if we learn to pull we hand to the little that we could make Grenada a better land. such as the United States who's so wealthy. I just beg the Father to have some mercy when I see madness in society. Oh God. Sometime I put on my TV to check out the daily news. The things I see that have me confused, eh? The number of crime and violence I see on the street. Sometimes I'm frightened I cannot eat, eh? But when you check out Grenada, we have no diamond and silver, but we just live in unity, and that's what makes me happy. Is then I come to realize, oh God, my country is a paradise. Hey. I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder, tell them about Grenada, the land of my grandfather. She will always prosper. Whoa, my Grenada, land of roots and culture. Grenada is such a paradise. Oh God. But a lot of folks don't realize, if we learn to pull we hand, do the little that we can, we could make Grenada a better land. Hey. Mommy, oh my Grenada. Some things that does really make me unhappy is when I see people here in my country creating some false impressions about us, telling the whole world Grenadians, of course, if we should sit down and take this thing to consideration, it do no good for our nation, no. So if we want the country to be outstanding among the rest, we got to try some constructiveness. So I want to tell all you people who creating the trouble, it's time to check up on yourself and put hatred on the shelf. Then your eyes will open to see, oh God, a nice place Grenada could be, and you'll be proud. I love my Grenada, my homeland forever. Sing the chorus louder, tell them about Grenada.
That is Jamon. Yeah, the man himself. My Grenada is our paradise. See what's happening in the United States of America now? Yeah, people want to come back home with Grenada. Home sweet home. Yeah, Trump say out and deporting. Oh, Lord, yeah. Hey, the safest place to be in your country. Go visit them people's country and leave. No, they're telling us, hey, live your harbor and have Cuban doctors, you no longer would get visa. Man, to hell with Trump and his visa. I mean, Caribbean countries had to take a stand somewhere in some place to say, listen, guy, we don't want your visas. Okay, fine. But our people's health is far more important to me as a minister of government, as a prime minister, than a visa. And we have to look at it in the way that we understand. We have to find a space where at least we could stand and say something about our country that we love and our people that we will not bow to the pressure of Caesar, as we have normally say. So, listen. Lead them fellas, let them go down the road. I know we've small fries, but at least we should hold our head up and have some dignity when it comes to certain things. And that one with Cuba, we should hold our head up. We are where we are in great extent. International airport is due to Cuba friendship and relationship with us. And I do hope the men and women who died here for us from Cuba, I do hope in some way the government stand firm on this and do not allow us to be dragged into the Trump and his America First system. Thank you so much for being with me and standing firm in the midst of all that's going on in and through our lives. I am confident of this, that God will take us through it no matter what. And I'm excited, looking forward to Grand Bar and the St. George's Baptist Church. The doctors are here. They're already making things happen. You heard them. They are really excited about this. All the medications are in, all the doctors are in, all the helpers are in, all the nurses are in, and they are ready to go, as I say, ready to rambo. And I'm just excited. They all had a wonderful time at the St. George's Baptist Church this morning, and they're all excited about the week ahead. 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The dentists will be at the St. George's Baptist Church Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, they will be in Grand Bar. So it's going to be all for the Grenadian people. It's for you and your family. Remember, the persons who needed to make appointment is only for persons who are bedridden or cannot leave their house, and that appointment will be made, and they would call you back and let you know the time they will come to your home, the time and day. So that's where we are. All the services are free, and once they have the medication, they'll give it to you too. That too is free. Yesterday we were up in Grand Bar, not yesterday, Friday, and putting things into the pharmacy and working with everybody there. Thanks again to the folks in Grand Bar, the nurses and all of them who have just made themselves available. Thanks to the Honourable Minister Philip Telesford for his help, his secretary, the PSs, everybody who have worked with us, the airport authority, the staff there, the custom that work with us, immigration, everybody who have put themselves in to make it happen. Ministry of Tourism, La Grenade, the persons who give us the license for the doctors to operate here, the members of the St. George's Baptist Church, Raymond Grenade, who doing the transportation, Lux Apartments, Tropical Catering, all of them who have just put them, Jessie in Grenville, where you get the bakes and things, she making lunch for them. So there's a number of people that are involved, a number of parts are moving, but we're going to get it right. We're going to celebrate together, and we're going to take care of our people. It is our responsibility. The St. George's Baptist Church, building communities, will become the model for winning people to Christ, which is our vision, our purpose. The channel God chooses to fulfill the needs of humanity, and our mission, empowering people to enjoy prosperity and fulfillment in life. We're excited about it. We hope to sign a memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Health, the St. George's Baptist Church, and the Grenada Mission, and where we are hoping to work even closer together and build relationships. And again, the St. George's Baptist Church fulfilling that purpose, mission, and vision that God have laid on our heart as we focus and develop our people and do our best to empower them and ensure that we succeed together. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of the program today. Thank you for the time you shared. Special thanks to Country Cold Store, Bailey's Funeral Home, the St. George's Baptist Church, and this station for their sponsorship. Thank you for listening, and thank you for the support you continue to give. And I ask of you here, financially, give, if you can give support in any way to what we're doing at the St. George's Baptist Church, please do. Those of you who want to tithe or give an offering, hey, this church have been blessing you. It's a great way to partnership with us as we work together to succeed. I'm so happy and delighted for the opportunity as the pastor of the church, and I'm thankful to God that I am part of this wonderful and beautiful partnership and building capacity to ensure that we collectively succeed. Go into peace, grace, and mercy of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for listening. Join me here next week at the same time. We do it all over again right here on this station. See you tomorrow. If you're looking for a checkup from the doctor or something that you're concerned about, they will look after you. And remember, do not allow the dream killers to kill your dream. I am Pastor Stanford Simon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take up your cross and walk with me. So said this man from Galilee. He said, I'll be there, so have no fear. He said, I'll be there, so have no fear.
Oh, yeah. Said he gave up his life so we can be
much louder than rolling thunder. And His presence causing the earth to tremble. Standing in His glory, commanding all mankind to be still. Be still. And to hear His voice, do His will. And take up your cross and walk with me. So said this man from Galilee. Said, take up your cross and walk with me. So said this man from Galilee. Said, take up your cross and walk with me. So said this man. Talk with me. Everybody sing, yeah. Take up your cross. Take up your cross. Walk with me. So said this man. Come and talk with me. Come and walk with me. Come and talk with me. Take up your cross. Take up your cross. Take up your cross. Take up your cross. Everything.